Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. This is Cynthia Erivo, a Nigerian Igbo parading around as a black Brit. I'm going to say straight off that she's talented. She is talented, but she ruined herself with black Americans when disparaging and disrespectful tweets between her and her friend Lovey, what's her name, were uncovered. And from then on, she has been on many black Americans' shit list. Now, that has not stopped her from running around, jumping on the black American square, latching on wherever she can, because after all, she has no agency here. She has no footprint here. Nobody in her family has done anything here to give her any kind of agency. So all the agency that she gets is from black Americans. And for anybody who wants to challenge this, tell me this. What did she do in England? And why is she here? If she could have done what she's doing in America anywhere else in the world, why isn't she there? Why is she here? And the only reason she's here is because she is of African descent. We're of African descent. And she has jumped on our bandwagon to get ahead, to be able to get work. Like the other immigrants, she's being underpaid. She's not being paid what she's actually worth. Because according to reports, for that movie that she was nominated for an Academy Award, she was only paid $1 million, and Ariana Grande was paid $10 million. So they're being used, but they're willing to do that because that's better than what they can do anywhere else. So my take on Cynthia Erivo is that the Hollywood fat cats recognized her talent when she was living in London and saw an opportunity to capitalize on her talent in the United States by marketing her to black Americans at a cheap price. Because we just saw Angie Stone losing her life after she posted about how she had been robbed by the music industry. So this is about always trying to get cheap labor out of black people. Now, black Americans are going to kick back increasingly about not being paid right. But you bring these immigrants over here, the people that are responsible for bringing them here are holding their visas. So if they get out of line, they'll just deport them right up out of here and bring in some more. So it seems like she's being marketed to black Americans to replace actual black Americans who are actually talented but are trying to stick her in because she's of African descent. But anyway, I think it's a great replacement effort gone wrong because of her own actions. She would have been better received if she didn't have this dirty footprint out there on social media. And that brings us to the Academy Awards. Cynthia Erivo was nominated for Best Actress in a Motion Picture for her role in the movie Wicked, for which people say she was only paid $1 million. They have tried to refute that, but it was out there for a reason. She wore this big house of a dress to the event, and guess what they're saying? Cynthia Erivo's Oscar gown is a tribute to Hattie McDaniel, the first black Oscar winner. Okay, so did y'all get that? Her gown is a tribute to Hattie McDaniel. How? Tonight is for Hattie McDaniel. Hope this dress makes you proud. Love, Jason and Cynthia. These people have no shame. I don't know who Jason is. I guess he's the designer of the dress. But my goodness, this is Hattie McDaniel. This is what she wore when she won the Oscar. And not only that, Hattie McDaniel was not even able to sit in the same room with the other nominees because of segregation. She had to sit in the basement and accept her award in the basement. What the hell has this dress got to do with Hattie McDaniel? Any mention of Hattie McDaniel should be about the humiliation she suffered at the hands of the Academy Awards, and an apology should go with that every year, as far as I'm concerned. Cynthia Erivo would not have any understanding of that. She's not of Hattie McDaniel's lineage. Hattie McDaniel's name should not have come up in connection with Cynthia Erivo or this dress. So I have a little bit of clarity here. This is Jason Bolden. He is the designer of the dress. He is a Black American designer, and he wanted to pay tribute to Hattie McDaniel. So that makes more sense that he wanted to pay tribute to someone of his lineage. I don't know if this is the first time that he's had a design showcased on the red carpet at the Academy Awards, the biggest night in Hollywood. But I can certainly understand why he would want to pay tribute to Hattie McDaniel if it is his first time. And I will say this, it is a very dramatic dress. Speaking on the red carpet, Erivo revealed she wanted to pay tribute to Oz and Hollywood with her look tonight. I wanted a big dress for the Oscars if I ever made it, and I feel amazing in it, she said. So she didn't say anything about Hattie McDaniel. Good for her. So it was the designer that wanted Hattie McDaniel's memory to be attached to that dress. Okay, I'm going to leave that alone. Cynthia Erivo did not win the Oscar. It was won by some young white girl. After Zoe Saldana won for Best Supporting Actress, I pretty much knew the fix was in and that African descended people, the Best Supporting Actress and the Best Actress in a motion picture. So when I saw it flashing up on the screen that Zoe Saldana had won for Best Supporting Actress, I knew Cynthia Erivo was not going to win. So the great replacement effort with Cynthia Erivo went wrong because of her own actions. Now, Zoe Saldana, who is also African descendant, and before anybody comes to me on that, she showed up at the Black Women in Hollywood luncheon. So that's for Black women in Hollywood, okay? There will always be immigrants who will come here with talent and who will do things in the motion picture industry as well as the music industry and other industries. But they need to be put on notice that they need to be respectful to the people who are here. It doesn't matter if they're black, if they're poor, if they're uneducated, even if they're lazy, if they're on crack, it doesn't matter what that situation is. They are at home and you are a visitor. And you owe the people who live here, who work here, who have been here all the time, who are American citizens, respect. And that is something that Cynthia Erivo and many other these black immigrants need to learn. Okay, we have to stay on the job. Remember, we are in a fight for our identity and our dignity. Anybody who comes here trying to jump on our bandwagon or get on our square has to be vetted. They have to be vetted. And if they are not respectful, then they don't get the support. I think Cynthia Erivo would probably do things differently if she had it to do over because those ugly tweets have dogged her ever since they were discovered. Some people don't get good raising. We take it for granted in the United States that people should know how to behave. And if you don't behave properly, you know that there are consequences. Some people don't seem to know that there are consequences for certain behaviors. So they have to be taught. And I guess that's our job because increasingly we are going to see more of these people trying to jump on our bandwagon because it's sustainable. Black culture sells. Black American culture sells. And that's why you see so many people, a lot of these black immigrants on, I know they're on YouTube, I don't know about the other platforms, making videos about black Americans, scouring the internet looking for material about black Americans so they can make more money because black American culture sells. Period. Okay, thank you for listening. Let me know what you think about the video. Give me a thumbs up and have a good evening.